Hi, welcome back. In our previous video, we have created a Python code that can read data from Excel sheet and migrate the data to MySQL database. So directly we are migrating the data into MySQL database, but in this video we are going to see a special scenario where I need this Excel data as SQL file so that I can send to any of my contacts or any of my colleagues to import the data to their own local system. So how are we going to do that? So it is very simple. We already have all the SQL queries here. We have already have SQL queries printed as well. So it is very simple to print all these SQL queries to a file using a file write mode, and the file should be with the extension .sql. Very simple. So first for that we will add all these queries to a list, queue list, let's say. Okay. QList.append of SQL. So this is the first query that we are starting the video with, because before a table is migrated, we are just deleting the existing table with the same name and we are creating a new table and we are appending the data. So that is added to the list. Then followed by the second query here again. So create table query, and then followed by all the insert queries here. So we have all the queries in a list now. So if the execution of, if the migration of data to MySQL server is not needed, you just need the SQL file alone, then you can just remove these query execution lines. But I'm not I'm not disturbing the code, just I'm adding additional feature to export this data to SQL file as well. Very simple. Now I have the list named queue list that has all the queries. Let's see by printing the list, queue list. Okay, it's a long Excel sheet. So I have just stopped it. Let's take a smaller one. Okay, so in the list you can see drop table, create table, and insert values. So we have all the queries inside a list. Now it is very simple to write these queries inside a text file with the extension SQL. With open of file name .sql, comma, write mode as f dot write lines, and passing the list will write all the data inside the list into the SQL file. So this file will be located in the same folder where this Python file is also located. So now we will try running this code. You can see there is an SQL file. Let us open in File Explorer or even hide SQL. Okay, let's open in Notepad itself. You can see the only thing I have missed is to add /n in between. Okay, let's do that again. So after every SQL is added in the appended in the this file, just add a slash n, append plus slash n, then should have a semicolon as well, plus semicolon slash n, and inside that insert queries also plus slash n. That's it. So now just we'll rerun the code and see what the data we are getting. See, so we are able to take the data of this Excel sheet and generate that as an SQL file. Now what we'll do is we'll just try importing this expense.sql and see what happens. Print, disconnect, create new, export, maintenance, load SQL file. Yeah, documents, Python projects, Excel reader, expense. Here we got, yes. So it's very simple. Just select all and execute all the queries. In case of cloud server, you can just give the SQL file to the concerned person. They can upload this file and just import it. Very simple. You can see the execution is successful, but still what I will do is I will delete this table, and now we will rerun the query. Yeah, so now you can see so the SQL file import has been successful. This query needs a small change like drop table if exist, that has to be added, because if the table is not there, it should not throw error while uploading this as SQL file. So that change has to be done. Let's see whether this is working. Now expense table is there. Yeah, so if this is existing, it will delete, but if this is not there, it should not throw an error. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just showing a warning, but it is executing. See, expense is there. So a slight change in code, drop table if exists, that's all. So now if we generate it again, you can see that's it. So this is how we need to get data from Excel sheet, import or migrate that to MySQL database, or generate that as SQL, so that we can share this file to any of your colleagues to for them to import into their local database or even cloud database. Thank you so much for watching. Keep supporting us.